Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today is still Friday, July 21st, 2023, and incredible things are happening energetically. And what we're starting to see is corruption being called out for what it is. We're seeing this across the board with a lot of the big name online hosts who are calling out corruption within whatever was the Clinton administration, if you were coming at those people. But what is going to happen in the meantime, once all this corruption comes out? What are we going to do about it? And the one thing that we're starting to see as well is true leaders are starting to emerge and show who they are. So what do leaders need? They need integrity and leadership. And this is what has been missing for so long. But if there's one thing that looks good on adults, the men and women, it has to be the integrity. Integrity is what makes a person trustworthy and makes people want to follow them. And we've got away from that with all the shiny objects from Hollywood and the materialistic world. But that's what truly makes a good leader, right? So our true leaders are men and women with integrity, leaders who know who they are and what they stand for. Leaders have a purpose in life that is bigger than they are. Leaders wear their values like a code of honor. Their words matter to them. Leaders protect the vulnerable and less fortunate in society. I just watched a short clip of President Trump discussing that when he's back in office, that he's going to be protecting the little ones and the ones who are being trafficked. And this is so important because everybody has the right to live with dignity. And when we're watching some of the things that are happening to the less fortunate in life, what they're doing is they're taking away their dignity, among other things, and none of that is acceptable. True leaders protect the vulnerable and the less fortunate in society. Leaders stand up for the truth. Leaders have the aura of inner strength about themselves. They are observable in the way they carry themselves and like in their day-to-day activities. And usually they're a threat to unscrupulous people, regardless of who those people are. Leaders believe in themselves. Leaders have confidence in themselves. Leaders lead by example and make an excellent role models and mentors for younger generation. And younger generations deserve the right to have a great role model. And, I watch what's happening to them and the things that they're being taught. And they don't stand a chance because they don't have the maturity to make proper decisions for themselves. And they don't have the maturity, they don't have the knowledge. And what we're learning, even as adults, many of us were given the wrong information. And when we don't have the right information, how do we make right choices for them? It's just incredible what they're going through. But they deserve to have mentors and leaders that have integrity to help them find their way. We can choose the message for what it means to be human. And again, it's stuck with all the flashy stuff and all the mundane trinkets and little things that don't matter. But what we all deserve is to have value, our respect, and our dignity. If we get the momentum going, integrity can be a way that we pass on going forward to future generations. Some people talk about the word character, that person's a character. So what is character? Character is who you are when no one else is looking. But sometimes when it comes to the deception, character is who you are to pretend you're somebody else. Character represents the core of our being. This phrase captures a picture of integrity in a splendid way. Knowing and doing sometimes are easier said than done. And the reason why that happens, I think, is because they don't want people operating with integrity. They want people to do all their dirty work and they're lifting for them. So work on developing your character. And as we all see all too often, men and women with integrity are attacked. They're demoralized, they're ostracized, they're ridiculed, they're shamed. List goes on. People are ostracized for speaking up, speaking the truth, but speak it anyways. The matrix is falling apart, and it's time to dismantle the mantle of corruption and abuse. We see it not only for the corruption and the deception, but we see the games they play, the head games, the tactics, the lies. I just watched a great video with, I think it was Benny Johnson, and I think he was taking out, I don't know if it was one of the Podestas or who, and he was calling him out online for the crimes surrounding him, and just watching his little head games and trying to get the narrative back under control. They always have to control the narrative. They have to be in charge. And I don't know why that is, because whether they think that the other person won't catch on, I don't quite know, but I think people are really starting to catch on. So, and what I like about the real leaders are calling out the corruption as well. And it doesn't mean that's going to be where you fit in life, that you maybe don't have direct access, that you can make a difference on it, but you can still do it energetically and just say, enough, we're done with the lies, we're done with the games, we're done with the manipulations. And what we have to start doing is looking, what makes us human? What is it to be right, to be human? And when I say that, like, what's our goal? Our goal is to be the best we can be. And that's not encouraged in too many places. And I think that's what we're starting to come back to. And that's what we're going to find. The leaders who have integrity are going to realize that it feels good when you're aligned with truth and integrity. By living in integrity, you are presenting the best version of yourself, being a role model for others, and it will enhance your relationships you have because people will sense your genuine integrity. That is what we need in great leaders. The ones who don't have it or don't respect you for it, they're going to fall away when they realize that you're not going to change the core of who you are to make them feel good, and you're not going to make excuses for them. Well, they had a bad life. That may be true, but it's up to them to correct that now. But they don't get to do it at other people's expenses, right? So what I find is setting the intention is so important. Set the intention to be drawn to leaders who have integrity, because they're out there, and what that's going to do is going to put your attention on integrity instead of looking at the ones who don't have it. I've been down that road. I've seen all that, but I had to understand what it looked like so I know not to go that way down in the future. But when I say I had to see what the ugly looks like, that's what you do when you want to showcase and find out what is beautiful in life. You have to look at what is ugly in life and what they're trying to steer you to, so you don't go down that path, right? So I look at it like it's a big simulation in some ways. So set your intention to be drawn to leaders who have intention and want the best for yourself and others. And ask yourself, do you have what it takes to be a leader? What are you good at? What are your interests? What are you drawn to? How do you want to help make the world a better place? Because sometimes you can be drawn to certain hobbies or interests or things along that line, and then that is where you end up leading down the road. It could open up great doorways, right? So if you're looking for a personal roadmap to increase your integrity and get back in touch with who you are, you can pick up a copy of Ending Global Loneliness, Finding Purpose, Love, and Dynamic Relationships. I know this is pretty much the first layer of the onion, but what it does, it gives great tips and techniques and insights, and that will help you go in and ask yourself the questions so you can be the best version of yourself. You can check out my website, sandyglazecoach.com, and there's a link there that you can buy it on Amazon. And there's another link there that you can pick up a digital copy, so that I will send you that. But if you're inspired, please share this message with others, and know that you're looking to redefine what the leadership presence is in the world, what yours is, what other people are, and live with a world of integrity, because I strongly sense that's where everything is starting to head. And I think this is part of the 1,000-year promise that we were given, that we're going to have 1,000 years of peace, but we have to do it by knowing the truth and understanding what our priorities are. But the priorities have to, the head games have to stop, the lies have to stop, the manipulations, the cruelty, the absolute cruelty that people are projecting onto others, all that needs to stop. So again, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, or share it with other people who you know are need a bit of encouragement, maybe to step into their leadership, or just to reinforce that they're on the right path when they're looking to get back into their own integrity, get in touch with their integrity. So until next time, happy Friday. Bye-bye.